Hey Cancer, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in. This is where we get all up in other folks' business about love and relationships. This reading will be good for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone. It just won't. Cancer, this is your general love reading for June 2018. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot by, that one popped out, by Deborah Blake. So it popped out like this in the upright position towards me. So let's just go ahead and make that true to who it is. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. I'm going to be pulling my standard 3 cards. And, if we need to go a little harder, then, okay. So right there. I think that's our 3. That came out. And that came out. Okay, so like I was saying, if we need to go a little bit harder, we will. And if not, we won't. Alright, let's see what we got. Cancer. The first card we have is the Four of Wands. Excellent. I've seen this come up a few times in this series. The next card is the Queen of Swords. And the last card is Page of Cups, reversed. Cancer, what I'm feeling like is that you have been having a good time. Not just with a romantic partner, maybe with maybe you're dating, you know what I'm saying? And this is what you're striving for eventually, is the Four of Wands. But Cancer, I am feeling like you have just really been having a good time and connecting with people, and things have been all good. There's been abundance and just good times. But I am feeling like, for those of you Cancers who may be single, that you or somebody that you are dealing with, you're going to come to some sort of conclusion, or somebody's going to put a bug in your ear about what it is that you need to do in order to achieve and maintain this level of happiness and connection. The Four of Wands is generally about family. And it's generally the husband, wife, and the 2 kids. It's the we're married and the happily ever after type things. Not the 10 of Cups. It's the Four of Wands where the foundation is set. It's where you have actively worked on setting a foundation for prolonged happiness and support and all that good stuff. And in the next suit, a few cards later, the 10 of Cups kind of ultimizes the happiness, in my opinion, that was built on the Four of Wands. That's the traditional sense of it all. In this cup, in this card, these are 4 beings coming together having a good time. And the way I see it is, it's just a celebration. It's a celebration. It doesn't necessarily have to be the husband and wife and 2.5 kids and a dog type shit. It doesn't have to be that. This is celebrations of all sorts. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. But, there is romantic inclination in what you've been doing or what you've been trying to achieve. And your ultimate goal, Cancer, is to achieve this for the long haul. You have, I'm going to skip her for a second. With the Page of Cups reversed, and this is generally what Cancer, that could be yourself, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. There's 1 or 2 things I feel like is going on here. For the circles that you're running in right now, you may not feel like you can emotionally or creatively compete, or you may not be ready to. It's either you feel like you can, or you're not ready to. Or you could be dealing with somebody who is a little bit younger than you or acts a little bit younger than you, it may not be chronological. You may feel like somebody that you are dealing with is not quite ready. And with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like either you or somebody comes to encourage you to start to use your logical mind. This may be something that's coming on to you, Cancer. You may have been living in the moment and living by emotion, and you may be feeling like it's time to pull back. Shit's kind of getting out of hand. I'm having a great time, but things are getting out of hand. And while I enjoy so much exploring my creativity and my emotions and stuff like that, and just kind of going on an emotional whim, maybe it's time for me to pull back and get serious and get back with the facts and figures, because this is the way that I achieve this with myself and whomever it is that I decide to link up with. You may already be in a relationship where you have I don't know, just kind of gotten away from the analytics. But it's all good. You know, you still got the Four of Wands there. There's still that element of a foundation that has been set and is solid. If you're not already in it, it's something that you're working towards. And if this is not you coming to the sense of, let me get my mind right and stop thinking with my heart and start using my head. I know enough. But let me tell you something. The back and forth is necessary. If you've been living this life just, hey, woo, I'm free, woo, the trees and the birds, and I love everybody, and all of that, great, you need to do that. But then you do need to come back and say, okay, it's 6 o'clock, everybody up, everybody dressed, beds made, we got to do this, and this today. What? Do I love you? We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what needs to be done. And, you know, does 1 and 1 make 2 and that type of thing. There's a need for the both of them. So you're either going to come to a point this month where you feel like you're going to get back here, or somebody's going to come, this element right here, which could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And it doesn't have to be, but it could be somebody who's an intellectual. And who's an intellectual but still knows how to make it comfy and cute. Not too emotional, but nurturing. And she's the queen. So she still knows how to nurture while giving it to you straight, no chase. So if this is not you, somebody's going to come into your world and say, look, this is all fine and dandy. This is great. But let's remember that you still got to pay bills. You still have to take care of your responsibilities. You still have to communicate intelligently. Can't just be out here all willy-nilly living this hippie-ass life. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the eyes of everybody, because everybody's watching these days. This is great. This is fine to do. I'm glad you had your fun. But let's get back to what's real out here. And then once we get a handle on that, then we can, you know, get back to living that life, or maybe we take on the element of Pentacles or the element of fire. It all has to be done in order to be complete, in order to live a complete life. Okay. Cancer, that kind of went left, or maybe it didn't. You know, let me check this out for a second. I really think that's it. And if I was going somewhere else with this, I'm sorry. I really got caught up in a moment and I lost my train of thought. So there we go. Getting your head back in the game. Being logical and analytical. You've had fun and you've set a solid foundation for fun to continue. But it's time to revisit who she is for a while, Cancer. Okay? And that is the way that I see it. Thank you so much. If you'd like to know how this all turns out, why don't you tune in next month for the July edition of This Just In. Thanks. Bye-bye.